We might even take where you're breaking even or maybe even losing a little bit money, because once you get that buyer in your ecosystem, they tend to buy from you again and again. Okay, let's talk ACOS and TACOS. Real quick, ACOS stands for, basically, it's a metric that measures what it costs you to get a sale on the advertising side. So if you sell something for $100 and we spend $30 to acquire a closed sale, an actual sale, they purchase, that's a 30% ACOS. It takes us $30 to sell a $100 item. So ACOS is a goal that we want to establish, because if you're in the aggressive growth stage, we want an ACOS a little higher, and we want a higher average order value. We might even take a loss leader where you're breaking even or maybe even losing a little bit money, because once you get that buyer in your ecosystem, they tend to buy from you again and again. That may be applicable. And then there's other brands where that are stage where they just want to focus on profitability. They're not trying to grow the brand. They just want to be more profitable. So the ACOS goal is much lower. Generally, to start out, ACOS goals are 40%. This can be adjusted all the time. You can say to Rochelle, right now, let's stick with a 40% ACOS. And then after a couple of weeks, we start to hit that and you say, hey, I want to pull that back to 35 or 30. We can always do that. So nothing is set in stone, but to start up and set up the campaigns, it's really good to have an ACOS goal. If you're familiar with ROAS is another metric that is similar. So ROAS is measured by, for every dollar you spend, what dollar you earn. So like a ROAS of 4 or 5 means that for every dollar you spend in ads, you earn $5 or $6 in revenue. Much less precise when COGS matter and profitability matters, and you're competing on Amazon, which is very price sensitive. This is why generally Amazon uses ACOS, because it's just a more precise metric. So what I'd recommend is go with 40%. The other thing that we're going to ask right now, if you can establish it, it's going to give Rochelle a really valuable tool for you, is your COGS, your cost of goods sold. How much is it costing you to get product to Amazon FBA or to your own warehouse if you're shipping FBM? And then she can come up with a pricing strategy that's either breaking even or profitable, whatever the goal is for that particular listing. And then she's not making recommendations that don't make sense to your costs. So another metric is very similar is TACOS. ACOS is just advertising. For TACOS, it's total acquisition cost. That's what the T is for. So it takes into account both organic and paid sales. Generally, if you're really hyper-focused on profitability, 10 to 12% is where you want to be. If you want to be more aggressive on growth, anywhere from 20 to 25% is where you want to go.
Amazon problems? No worries. That's what we, My Amazon Guy, are here for. Scan the code or click the link and let's make your store a success.